about. Today I have so many things because yesterday we were not here. Yes, and we have to do some of the things right. There's so many things to talk about. Now let me begin with this. And I'm reading this from Peace FM Online. It says, and this was published today, the 9th of November 2021. It says, it is time to end bullying in the SHS. And that's the Education Minister. It is time to end bullying in the SHS. I'm so happy to hear this. Let's read and see whether it makes sense or not. The Minister of Education, Dr. Yao Osei Educhum, has stressed that bullying in schools belongs to the past and has no place in modern day. He strongly condemned the manner in which second and third year students in some high schools bullied the freshers, known in the local parlance as homo. Mr. Educhum said such acts of indiscipline should not be tolerated in the 21st century. Rather, the right environment devoid of intimidation should be created for students to perform well academically. The Education Minister indicated that such acts had led to some students being maimed, citing the recent case at the Konongo Dumasi Senior High School where an alleged bullying had led to the death of a student. My brother, my sister, of course, this makes a lot of sense. But let's look beyond the sense and look into the foolishness. My brother, my sister, this is the secondary school where bullying has become the passport to superiority. It is not about how well you do in school. It is now about when you enter the school. And that gives you the license to homo, or better still, bully younger students who are just entering the school. Now we all went through this kind of homoing. Some time ago, my brother, my sister, it was just a nice welcome to you, to ask you to carry your bucket and walk around the school park and then go to the dormitory. In some cases, you would even be required to do some other things which will not hurt you in any way physically. But as time went on, it became a certain heinous act. Students were pounded. I remember in my secondary school, T.I. Amade Secondary School, we had some lower six students pounded. And even at the universities, we had first year students pounded. I was pounded. Money was taken from some students who wanted to avoid homoing. Even students who were sick and could not stand cold water at the time. My brother, my sister, maybe they had some skin disease or some other thing like that. My brother, my sister, to avoid being homoed, paid money to some senior students. Now let us zero in into this SHS thing. Now SHS, you are struggling with your double tire, triple tire shifts. You go to school once and come and sleep for 6 months. Your textbooks are archaic. You are having fake books in your schools that will tell you that Kwame Nkrumah was a dictator. You have a president who does not care about your education. We have so many schools around the country that do not even have roofs. Here the GES, that's the Ghana Education Service, prides itself in the fact that it is one of the documented schools in Ghana. And when they are listing schools, they list those that do not even have roofs. Those whose walls broke down 17 years ago, they are waiting for Jesus to return to fix those walls. Some of the schools, my brother, my sister, students have been turned into farmers. In fact, they are not farmers but farm laborers. They go to the headmaster's plantain farm, they till the ground. My brother, my sister, they do all the work. when mathematics, English, biology, chemistry, and all those subjects are sitting aloof. My brother, my sister, on the fence, waiting to be studied, and they are never studied. When examination is coming, they have a way of leaking the examination questions to students. What kind of students are you producing? Bullying students. Some of them beat freshers. My brother, my sister, at the end of the day, some people even refuse to take their wards to the school as first-year students. They will wait and go there during the second year, so that by that time they will not be homoed. My brother, my sister, what is becoming of our educational system? If you have a president who only wanted to fulfill his childhood fantasies of being the president, this is some of the nonsense that you see happening. What are the school authorities doing? Why can they not stamp out homoing in the schools? And the sad case of a Konongo student, Konongo senior high school student, homoed until he died. Is it a battlefield? My brother, my sister, is this Sodom and Gomorrah? Only God knows what kind of homoing happens in some of these schools. My brother, my sister, as part of homoing, I believe that in some of the schools, some of these freshers are even sodomized by senior students as part of homoing. I believe that in some of the girls' schools, my brother, my sister, some of these new girls entering Form 1 are homoed by lesbian senior students in those schools. If I am lying, let it be known. What kind of homoing is this? And the sad thing is that this does not happen in America. This does not happen in Germany. Why did I say America, Germany, England? They brought you this kind of education. They brought you even those who are supposed to be the custodian of your type of education. Do not do that. So what kind of people are you? What kind of heritage are you living? What kind of legacies are you living? What did you really inherit as education? My brother, my sister, in this country, everybody wants to play the game of power. The watchman wants to show you that he's powerful. He will not open the gate, and when you dare open it, he will shout at you and say, "This is my office." Right from the dirty politician who has no brains, all because he was able to steal some ballot boxes for some old dying president, they make him a stupid minister, and he's walking around fooling like an asshole. I am angry, my brother. How many ministers in this country do we have that have sense? Can you name none of those ministers who have sense? Common sense, tell me. How many ministers in the last government of Mahama had common sense? They are not looking for sensible people to be ministers. They are looking for idiots who are able to steal ballot boxes for them during the elections. They are looking for the person who gives the best slap. They are looking for people who can intimidate others so that ballots can be stolen. In that case, they would make them ministers of state with no sense. How can the country move forward? Are you going to the school to study, or you are going to bully? Everybody, my brother, my sister, is playing a game of power. In Ghana, they tell you, "This is my office. And this is my office." It's not a way of telling you, "Oh, be comfortable. I am here to serve you." No, I am here to play the Almighty. Are you not tired of this? Everywhere you go, somebody is there. A certain dummy is there to play a game of superiority. Even in our schools, the education minister is saying it. My brother, my sister, can you believe that in Ghana, we still have schools? 99% of the schools are still using the cane as a form of punishment. Are you in the first BC? Are you that stupid? That some schools in Ghana, most schools in Ghana, still cane students. I went to my children's school and told the headmaster, and I told them, nobody touches my children. You cannot whip my children. They are not animals. My brother, my sister, listen, let common sense work. If they are late for school, there is grounds work. Look, it is not about the punishment, it's about the type of punishment. If in the 20th century, people are still using sticks to beat your children, they have turned them into cows and goats and sheep. If in the 21st century, my brother, my sister, schools still have whips, cane, that they beat your children with, what kind of a ridicule is this? You are looking down on humanity. You are reducing human beings into animals. What is the difference between the human that you are beating with a stick and the goat that comes to eat your corn and you pick a stick and chase it and whip it? Common sense. There is no school in America, my brother, my sister, no school in England that will pick a cane and whip, yet they have brains. The cane does not give brains. There are so many different types of punishment that are humane. Somebody won't understand this until he smokes in Tampi tonight. My brother, my sister, there are so many different types of punishments. I met up with a visually impaired girl a few months back. And up till now, my brother, my sister, I am only saying it to glorify God. I have been paying her fees and some other things. I'm not saying it to boast or to brag. We are not caught in that kind of life. We don't say it, we don't do it. But it's to suffice it now to tell you a story. You know her story? A teacher was going to punish somebody who came late, picked up a cane, and when the teacher lashed this person, it missed and hit the eye of this other person, blind for life. How many people have become victims of the cane permanently? Dehumanizing attitudes in our school. And education minister is talking about homoing when the biggest homoists are the teachers, lashing the students with cane night and day. They will reject you if you have dreadlocks. My brother, my sister, they will cane the hell out of you, my brother, my sister. All because everybody wants to play a game of power. Homoing will continue until we become human beings in the school. And the school in Ghana that uses the cane is a stupid school. And the school that uses a cane, especially this Makaranta, it looks like the Arabic teachers are all animals. Most of them are animals, brethren. I'm yet to see one Arabic teacher in a Makaranta who doesn't have a cane. I ran away from Makaranta because of the cane. They will cane you as if you created the devil. Whip the hell out of you. A 4-year-old is whipped by a malam who himself does not understand Arabic. All he's doing is parroting, reciting. Ask him to give you 4 good sentences in Arabic. My brother, my sister, he will whip the hell out of you until you become pulp. When are we going to be human beings and stop being animals? Nobody touches my children, brethren, because whipping with a cane is animalistic. The GES must ban it right now. You're talking about homoing. You are not talking about the canes, the dehumanizing punishments that students are given to. The students who have been turned into farm laborers. The sodomy in the schools. My brother, my sister. The lesbianism in the schools. And all other such acts that pass right in front of the cringing brows of the teachers and so on and so forth. And they look at it with a blind eye. We got to get serious, brethren. We got to have ministers with sense. We must have politicians who have sense. How can you beat my child in your school over and over? My brother, my sister, when the farm is empty, send them there to work. Give them a punishment that is sensible. You don't even have water to flush your toilets. Yet when children come in late, you prefer to whip them rather than asking them to fetch a bucket or two of water. Which one of them is more dehumanized? Let's get serious, brethren. Let's get serious. Homeowing is terrible. But beating students with a cane, and some of them even go to the Bible to say, the Bible says, spare the rod and spoil the child. That makes no sense. My brother, it's a metaphorical statement. What does it mean to speak metaphorically? It means to speak in proverbs. Even Jesus Christ spoke in parables. So when they say that, oh, spare the rod and spoil your child, does not mean hold the rod every time over your child's head. You're a fool if you do that. You're a fool if you do that. The cane is nothing but a symbol of slavery. Even in the army, they don't cane them anymore. In the army, where homoing is supposed to be the order of the day, they don't cane them anymore. I leave it here, brethren. In fact, we have a long way to go, brethren. Our educational system must be up and doing. Because they say education is the key. In Ghana, my brother, my sister, our educational system is nothing but a farce. I feel sorry for some of these. Look, every single year, the educational system in this country deteriorates 20-fold. When I was in school, what I studied in Form 1 and what I understood in Form 1, not only me, but the rest of the people around that time, they will tell you that what these people are studying now is nothing but a joke. Let them open their mouths for some argument, simple argument. You will realize that they are taught nothing but fooling in the schools. Why has the level of education fallen? Why is it that they are not even able to comprehend simple comprehension? Hallelujah. We're speaking in parables. I leave it here. Now I'm seeing something here which I need us to look at, and it's coming from Nana Komia. It's a very good brethren of mine. I truly love him. I love him. Jano. My brother, my sister, and he's saying that Nana Addo's reducing fuel campaign was an election talk. What an honest man. What an honest man. And I'm reading this from Peace FM Online. My brother, my sister, Nana Komia of the State Transport Company, wherever it is, STC, is saying that Nana Addo telling the country that, hey, we are going to reduce fuel prices when we come into power, was nothing but a political talk. I'm reading this from Peace FM Online. He says it's nothing but a political talk. What does it mean to say political talk? It means telling the people lies so you can fool them and get their votes. True or false? If I'm wrong, tell me. Nana Komia says that Nana Addo telling the country that when I come into power, I will reduce fuel prices, was nothing but a political talk. My brother, since this man came into power, he has not said anything sensible apart from political talks. All he says is political talk and gibberish. 88 hospitals are going to be built. Those 88 hospitals all of a sudden became paramecium. You know what the paramecium is? Those of you who study biology. Paramecium. And it has divided itself into pieces. Now it has become 111. A man promises you a shirt he could not deliver. Now he comes over to you and says, hey, I promised you a shirt. Now I'm going to add trousers and I'm going to add shoes and even socks. kwatrikosi obe mountma tienidin. My brother, my sister, put Nana Akomia's talk aside. The Catholic bishops are also talking, and I'm looking at it right now. What are they saying? They are saying that Nana Akufo-Addo telling us during the campaign that he would protect the public purse has become nothing but a joke. Put the Catholic bishops aside. P.L.O. Lumumba, a renowned Pan-Africanist that so many people revere, has said that Nana Akufo-Addo, in the onset of his presidency, spoke virtues and practiced nothing but vices up till now. He said, we are beginning to get disappointed in Nana Akufo-Addo. There's a whole big gap, a whole abyss between his talk and delivering. What kind of president do we have? What kind of an arrogant president do we have? His childhood fantasy was to become a president because his father was a ceremonial president who was no honor in this country anyway. He forced himself to build a statue for his father, which I will crash down, my brother, my sister, when I become president of this country, which of course I will never be. But any president who becomes my friend, one of the campaign promises will be to crash down that statue where prostitutes have surrounded. What's the use of Nana Addo's father's statue there? What did he do for this country? Apart from perambulating around and throwing about their weights as bourgeoisies and aristocrats. What have they done for this country, brethren? Let's speak truth to power. Now he has been inspired by his father so that he would also be president. And my brother, my sister, now that he knows that he's in his second tenure of office, he doesn't care. He doesn't care who succeeds him. All he's interested in is that he's become president. It's been a childhood fantasy. Oh, he was voted back. He's doing his second tenure of office. He will not campaign again. This is the last one. So he can afford to get careless. Catholic bishops are saying this president is a liar. What does it mean to say that when the president said he would protect the public purse, he lied? What does it mean when Nana Akomia says that, hey, Nana Akufo-Addo saying he will reduce fuel prices? Jesus have mercy. He was only playing an expensive joke. What does it mean when P.L.O. Lumumba says he will say one thing and mean another thing? My brother, my sister, all in the negative light. All these people could have never been wrong. And one thing I like about Nana Akomia is this. You remember just a couple of weeks ago, Nana Akomia, who has the STC, came out to say how much fuel is about to strangulate STC. How he needs a bailout so that he will be able to deal with the STC. Did you all hear that? So he couldn't have negated himself by saying that, oh, when the president promised that fuel prices were going to come down, he actually did well. If he did well, why are you looking for a bailout, blaming it on fuel hikes? Do you get a sense in it? What kind of a president do we have? And he doesn't care. He does anything he wants to do, says anything he wants to say, with no respect for the ordinary Ghanaian who he went around begging for votes. When this man wanted to be president, what kind of trotro did he not sit in? What kind of calipo did he not drink? Today, calipo is his enemy. Calipo, produced right here in Ghana. The president is too big to drink it now. He is looking, my brother, my sister, for drinks made in America, in England. Even the private jet, he would not fly it. I just read that, oh, he's gone back to fly the private jet, Ghana private jet, to Cape Verde. To Cape Verde. My brother, my sister, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but listen, it is very simple. I need all of us to open our ears and our eyes, yes, and watch this president very, very carefully, or else, my brother, my sister, a time is coming when we all are going to sit back and regret our actions. I believe some people have even started fighting each other for voting this president in. I'm going to read something to you right now. And this one, my brother, my sister, I'm reading from Peace FM Online. And he says, irresponsible use of power. That's what is being said. Irresponsible use of power. Catholic bishops sting Akufo-Addo, but NPP fires back. You get it? Irresponsible use of power, question mark. Catholic bishops sting Akufo-Addo, but NPP fires back. I'm going to read just 2 lines and then we'll be okay with this. The Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference has questioned the Akufo-Addo-led NPP government's empathy towards the plight of Ghanaians, indicating that the current administration ignores the abject poverty staring in the face of the public by engaging in deals for personal gains. The clerics made this known at their annual conference held at Wa, capital of Upper West Region, on the theme Fratelli Tutti and COVID-19 pastoral challenges and opportunities in Ghana. The clergy is speaking now. The clergy is speaking now. Look how bold the Catholic bishops have been. Listen, they are saying that the president, my brother, my sister, is abusing his office. He's abusing power. This is what the Catholic bishops are saying. And that the president and its administration are not dealing with the plight of the Ghanaian, but they are engaged in deals for personal gains. Hallelujah. You know what that means? It means it's all about family and friends. Ejapa. The way they are trying to force Ejapa through our nose. My brother, my sister, we as history students are not surprised that Nana Addo is behaving like this. If you look at Nana Addo's grandfather, Sir Oforiatta, his middle name was nepotism. Let's speak truth to power. When you read history, the first man in the history of this country to play with nepotism, family and friends benefiting, the rest can go to hell, was Sir Oforiatta. What did he do? No Achim woman should marry outside Achim. Number 2, no Achim woman, if she will marry even outside Achim, she must be married to a very, very rich outsider so the riches can come home. It sounds like a joke, but this is history. Sir Oforiatta came in contact with the British, served the British for some time, and used his own connections to promote only Achim people to travel out and go there and study and get some other benefits at the detriment of other ethnic groups. So if a man like Nana Addo is coming from the loins of such a nepotistic king or chief, whatever it is, then you should know that it's flowing in his DNA. Nepotism, corruption, pluralism, favoritism. These are all elements in his DNA. And he cannot be purged. My brother, my sister, these are the Catholic bishops. The Catholic Church is supposed to be the biggest church in the world. This is what they are saying. He wanted to please them by building a cathedral. That cathedral has become air, flying all over the place. Now they want us to pay for the promise he made to God. By now, God is very angry with him. My brother, my sister, the Catholic bishops say that Nana Addo is only interested in deals that will give him personal gain. Did you hear that? I read that from Peace FM Online, published today. Are we safe? Yesterday, almost the whole of Accra, I don't know about Ghana, was in darkness. Today, they explained that there was so much pressure on their machines, Gridco. For that matter, the whole country went off. When Nigerians hear this, they are like, but you people are even blessed. We don't even get electricity for as long as 1 week. My brother, my sister, we did not bargain for this. We did not bargain for this. We did not bargain for corruption. We did not bargain for nepotism. I'll leave it here. I'm going to tackle the next thing right now. My brother, my sister, today we have a lot of things we need to look at, and I need you to come along. I'm reading this from City Newsroom, and this was published today, the 9th of November, 2021, and by one Jonas Nyabo. Jonas Nyabo. I'm going to read it. It says, oh my God. Well, the headline says, government sponsored only 24 delegates to COP 26, not 337. And this is from a man called Kokofu. Who is he? I don't know him. I'm going to read. Hear this. Just hear it. The executive director of the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, Henry Kokofu, says the government delegation that went to Glasgow is made up of 24 persons and not over 300 as reported in the sections of the media. There have been many claims that the government sent over 300 people to take part in the World Leaders Summit of the United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP26, COP26, held from 31st October to 12th November 2021 in Glasgow, Scotland. These claims have come with the government receiving backlash that the high numbers were unnecessary and inconsistent with the level of climate and environmental work done in the country. Kokofu thinks that by saying 34, that is enough. My brother, my sister, at least let us take it that he's clarified his position. The president delegation that went to Glasgow, 34 people. What did they go to do? Subsistence farming. What did they go there to do? You see, Nana Akufo-Addo reminds me of the days of the kings who traveled with the innocent citizens, carrying the king in a palanquin, sweating it under the sun, most of the time barefooted, fighting with the heat emanating from the ground, whilst the king sat in the palanquin, wrapped in some ntuma or something with gold all over him, and the citizenry would all be on foot following him and shouting, Nana, oh, Nana, oh, Nana, no, no, Nana, who of you? What's the sense in this? Nana is sitting in a palanquin carried by human beings. They are walking from Accra to Glasgow. They are bearing the brunt of the African sun under their feet. Nana is sitting in the palanquin. He has all kinds of exotic drinks. And people are walking, following him in a procession. This is what I see Nana Akufo-Addo doing. The modern day Nana, sitting in a palanquin with so many people following him. My brother, 34 people. What did they go there for? Where is the Minister of the Environment? Why would Nana Addo need 34 people to go for a climate conference? When Etiwa Forest is breaking down, when Galamsey has eaten up all our river bodies, when, my brother, my sister, we defeat ourselves, shoot ourselves in the feet, mining illegally and even legally all over the place with no sense, we don't think about the generations to come. All we are thinking about is, hey, let's eat and make merry, for tomorrow we die. It's all about us. We are not thinking about the next generation. 34 people in an entourage. The nation paid for these people. And you'll be shocked that out of the 34, 32 of them are idiots. Out of the 34, 32 are idiots. You'll be shocked. What kind of a president is this? Wanton pilfering, wanton shattering of the taxpayers' coffers. And he doesn't care. An old man who likes luxury. I'm so shocked at this president. All men in my days were so humble. All men in my days will refuse to eat for the children to eat. They will eat last. Not this old man. This old man will be the first to eat. And when the children even come to eat the crumbs, he wants to partake in the eating of the crumbs. What a greedy old man. What a greedy old man. Surrounded by idiots who do not care, my brother, my sister, about how wantonly the taxpayers' coffers are being shattered and pilfered. If you are not angry, I am angry. My brother, my sister, 34. Even the Blakk Stars, when they are going to play, how many people go? A game that has 12 people at a time. Let's even say 11. Goalkeeper plus 10 other players. That's 11 people. My brother, my sister, with a coach and as an assistant, how many people go? President is going for one summit. Climate summit. And he carries 34 people. And I even doubt this. They all go. And who foots the bill? The ordinary taxpayer. My brother, my sister, will this country get better with this greedy old man in power? It's a lesson to Mahama. When you had the opportunity, you also got greedy. When you had the opportunity, you got careless. Started throwing money around like peckplay. You see? One time, they kicked you out. And greedy old men are now in the saddle, teaching them a lesson in pilfering, a lesson in corruption, teaching them a lesson in carelessness. Hey, today I have so many things to discuss. I won't spend too much time on this. Let me look at another thing. Now there's this other thing I'm reading about Sam George. And he's been blamed by an NPP newspaper called The Statesman. A paper that has lost its value a long time ago. It only becomes important when their people are in government. Aside that, it's a paper that nobody even looks at. In fact, now The Statesman has published that, and it's on the front page, that Sam George is responsible for the Eurobond failure. What's the Eurobond? Lala sulala, begging. You remember last week we talked about these bonds, the sovereign bonds, how they go out there to get loans using the sovereignty of the country. And when we talk about sovereignty, every other thing that the country owns is part of its sovereignty. Hallelujah. Oh, we want this amount of money. We will pay an interest of this every month. We'll give you this. You know that we have this and we have that. For that matter, even if we fail to pay, you know that the next generation will still honor this, because we have this, we have that. Is a bond. They have gone out there to try and look for loans. Lala sulala. And they failed. They are blaming Sam George. That because of the LGBTQI plus bill pushed strongly by Sam George, the people are no more ready to give us loans. What a stupid country. They only survive by begging. They only survive by borrowing. Where lies your sovereignty? A sovereignty of knees on the ground is a useless sovereignty. A sovereignty that has no power to decide is a useless sovereignty. A sovereignty that is only a sovereignty of a national flag and a national anthem is a stupid sovereignty. All your president knows to do is to go around in expensive private jets, wearing oversized suits with a pot belly, begging people night and day. Gay people. Gay people. So gays now come back and tell you, you know, the Eurobond and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you will get it. You get everything. All we need you to do is to accept gay activities in your country. And the president's arms are tied. So they start going underground to push people to try and accept it. And it looks like Sam George has spoiled their party for them. All those loans, who benefits from them? Who benefits from Nana Addo's loans? Nana Addo has borrowed more than any other president in the world. More than the Malian president, more than the Afghan president, more than the Al-Qaeda leader, more than even Boko Haram leader. In fact, when it comes to borrowing, Nana Addo is a terrorist. What kind of a man is this? He's only interested in borrowing. Borrow, 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 borrow. And saddle. It looks like he hates the youth because he's old anyway. He's going. So he hates the youth. He will saddle you with death. You can't wake him out from his grave and ask him to come and account for the loans that he went for. 88 hospitals metamorphosed into 111 hospitals. And I'm glad the youth are now speaking. You need Jonas and all those people, albeit sometimes very harsh utterances. My brother, my sister, sometimes you need to give these people a shock treatment to their dead old brains so that they will spring up to life again. You carry 34 people all the way to a conference only to sleep and wake up and go and say that, oh, allow us to destroy our land because we need to get gold and pay our debts. That's the best thing the president could say. And it looks like the idiots around him have finished plagiarizing all the speeches. There's none to plagiarize from anyway. So now the president is allowed to autopilot with his thoughts. Allow us. Europeans are begging. Listen, Europeans are, oh, Jesus have mercy. I think right now I need to take a break. And that break I'm going to take, I'll go and light up my spliff and look into the skies and say, Father, please, next time we are coming to this world, don't create Ghana. Idiotic leaders are here too much. It's a sad thing. Sometimes I wish I could raise my hand like this and pray for Ghana to evaporate and not be part of the world again, because our leaders are wicked. Listen, Nana Addo went for this conference with the so-called 34 people. And Europeans, in the name of the climate, were begging. Please, there's a lot of mining going on in Africa. A lot of the destruction of the earth. Please, Africa, Could you stop the destruction of the earth in the name of mining and oil and blah, 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 so that at least the climate can stabilize? Nana Addo says, no, we are not stopping. No. We owe you people money. We have to pay you money. So we will destroy the earth and get the gold so we can sell to you. And you will dictate to us how much you are buying the gold. And then we will pay you. Then 2 days later, you go to the same people that you want loan. What would they say? We don't want you to destroy the earth. If we give you the loan, you will come back and tell us you have to pay for this. So you will destroy the earth and destabilize the climate. Common sense. Common sense. So dieka. Enunti ube say woman. I'm assassin nyina say. Okay, yam bo busuya bio. Say undi a car. Say won say assassin bio. And no, no. I can't wait. Then you are crying and blaming a Pram MP. In Pram, they are shooting and killing each other in the name of chieftaincy. He has enough work on his head. Then you blame him for Eurobond failure. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? What kind of a people are these who do not want to move forward? They always want to move backwards. They want people to think for them. They vote idiots into the presidency who cannot think, who sleep night and day. Why? And when you talk, they bring, operatives, whatever they are, to come and frighten you. Frighten who? Frighten who? How much fright can you bring to me? I've seen enough fright. I'm coming from hell. Then you are holding a gun that you are frightened. Do you know what is in hell? Do you know what I saw in hell? What is a gun to hell? Huh? What is a knife to hell? I've just graduated from hell. I'm coming out there. You are holding a pen knife. Hey, you are frightening with a pen knife. Come to hell and see what I went through. Where? My brother, my sister, today we have a lot of things to discuss. What is this Mark Mante is saying? He's the deputy minister of tourism and blah, 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 blah. I'm reading here that he says what? That right now funerals in Ghana are going to be used as tourist attraction. Jesus have mercy. Okreku Mante says funerals in Ghana should not be all about mourning and crying. It can also bring us money. And in order to increase our revenues, let the funerals come more so that we celebrate more deaths, so more money can come for, And Center for National Culture, breaking it down. We have opened up another place and we have so many shops in there where blah, blah, blah. Center for National Culture has become a shopping arcade. You see, the idiots I'm talking about. The idiots I'm talking about. Okreku Mante. What brain does he have to be a minister? Okreku Mante. Somebody who struggled to even pass common entrance exams is now a minister. Are we safe in this country? Hey, Jesus have mercy. I'm reading. Okreku Mante says the music industry is going on. Entertainment industry is good. If you are not feeling it, it means your career is dying. Jesus have mercy. Like sleep music died years back and has never been able to resurrect. Is that what Okreku Mante is talking about? These are the people surrounding the president. When they were going to make him deputy minister, many were those who came out and made a lot of noise, including Shatawale and the rest. Wherever they went back to tell that guy, as for that guy, he has no loyalty. Shatawale has no loyalty. So when he makes a lot of noise and contradicts himself, And a guy like this sends 1 or 2 people to him. Hey, Charlie, shatter, say this be your man. If you make a minister, no, go give you show, be a Charlie 1 million, go get. Okay. If only that be what you go get, okay, then that be good. They don't think about the generation. You shouldn't support idiots like that. You shouldn't. The truth is so bitter. But when you are not a coward like me, you speak it every time. Made so much noise. We don't want to crackle, All of a sudden, Obo went there with his pot belly, and everywhere is quiet. Okreku has become a minister. Look at the idiotic utterances coming from his mouth. Just this morning, I just saw this other thing. What is it? He said, right now in Christmas, all the activities which are going to happen in Ghana, you cannot go to them without a vaccination card. That's what Okreku is saying. Everything coming out of his mouth, there's no sense. Sense is gone. You see, I took it from the president, went to Akwamia, and all these people. Somebody will sit somewhere and say personal attack. So president is a personal attack, right? Akwamia is a personal attack, right? Those who follow this show, they know that the only personal thing is Ghana and Africa. We have no time for idiots. Right now, Christmas is coming. Okreku says, before you go there to any event, you must have a vaccination card. What are the rights of the people? Human rights. If you truly want to check whatever, why don't you bring something there to check people before they come in? COVID-19, right? Test them. If they have it, then they can go away. Or you can quarantine them. But no, you have to show a card that you have had something injected inside you before you go and entertain yourself. Why? And he thinks it's made sense. He thinks it's made sense. And he's a minister. How can the country grow with these guys? How? Funerals. Oh, funerals can now be used as, what is it called? Tourism attraction. So, we are going to promote funerals. Lord God have mercy. Please. Schools can be used as tourism attraction. A big chunk of our people travel out to school. They are improving the tourism of other countries. Nobody travels from Ghana because of a funeral in South Africa. Nobody travels out of Ghana to go to Nigeria because of Oba's funeral or Igwe's funeral. Even Asante Hini's funeral. How many people travel from America to come and watch Asante Hini's funeral? Are they up to 1 million? How many? Okroku says, the more funerals, you can use that as tourism attraction. When he became the deputy minister, at least he wasn't speaking. Silence is gold. His boss probably realized that no, this guy has no brains. Let me expose him. And he pushed him out. First utterance, chaff. Second utterance, nonsense. Third utterance, bunkus. Chaff all over the place. Leonardo, these are your people. We should all hold a vaccination card before we go to watch Daddy Lumba. Or watch, what's the other guy's name? March the Day. This Christmas. After Christmas, what happens? Easter. More card. After Easter, what else? More card. Oh, why do you want the card? Please, let them keep the cards. Let more people die so tourists can come into the country for funerals. Why? When people are using positive things to attract people into this country, idiots are thinking about funerals. Funerals. They are thinking about cards to go and entertain themselves in a country that has been messed up by a sleepy dent. Are you not angry, brethren? Are you not angry? These are the people who are ministers in this country. These are the people the taxpayers' money is used to pay. These are the people who form part of the 34 to go with Nana Addo, the sleepydent, his eminent sleepydent, to go and sleep all day and make derogatory and what's the other word? Remarks. Finally, Citizen Kofi has spoken. And he says that, listen, it's interesting. I just want to use 1 minute to look at this because it's very important today. So many different things. Citizen Kofi has said something, and I'm so interested in that. And it's published on Ghana Web. You can read it out too. It says, countries that build trust in outsiders at the expense of citizens suffer in progress. This is a man called Dr. Kofi Amwa, aka Citizen Kofi. I need not even read it, but for you to understand, hear this. Ghanaian business Mongol Dr. Kofi Amwa, popularly known as Citizen Kofi, has suggested Ghana needs a determined mindset change from dependency to can do and must do status. According to him, the major challenge confronting Ghana is the existing superiority mindset that the West is smarter and more intelligent, hence we must listen, copy, and in general follow their dictates. He said that should never be the case. I mean, it's a very beautiful thing. He said, and when you check it out, it's so, in fact, it inflicts terror on us, our mindset. We want more tourists to come and watch us bury our dead, not to celebrate our heroes. We want more foreigners. The more foreigners come here from America, England, and the rest, the more prosperous we are. We are chasing Nigerians out of this country. Togolese out, Beninois out. America, oh, come, oh, my brother, oh, come for Naji, brother, come. Then because you are looking at the dollar in his pocket, the safer has no sense to you. The naira is a useless paper to you. What makes sense to you is the almighty dollar. Preaching. Oh, tourists, come and watch us bury our dead. We just broke down our Center for National Culture. Don't worry. But we will still show you more culture. We have turned our Center for National Culture into a shopping arcade. There we sell jigida. And we also sell kaka motobi where you can for not cheese kaka motobi is there. Is $6 million. Common sense. They don't look at people who have brains, but people who are hey during the elections, and they put them there. I don't fear these people. I don't go begging them for anything. They even fear me. Obama is saying, keep it for your children. Think about the country. My name is Blakk Rasta. It's been the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo. My pun.
Up in mighty race. Stand and take your rightful place. Full time no politicians get some slapping at them face. Poor people tax money, them not stop waste. When we find a politician, them a thief, make we lock them up.